This video is another which was inspired by a question we got from a potential user of Adaptable, our AG Grid extension. And what she wanted to know was whether Adaptable was able to tell her through our alerting whether there were no changes at all to the grid. She wasn't interested in kind of like most alerts if something's changed by 5 bips or if it's doubled. She wanted to know if a particular column hasn't changed at all within the last hour. And you are able to do that. It's part of what we call observable alerts, and this is all available in our documentation. Observable alerts themselves use observable expressions. It's quite a complicated topic, so we'll only look at it briefly in this video. But in a nutshell, there's the main sort of things to bear in mind are the two types of changes which Adaptable will observe. One is a row change, where it will look at any particular row and then tell you if whatever you've asked to happen has happened. And the second is when it looks at the whole grid. And there's two main elements to row change and grid change. One is the time frame, i.e. how long should I look for? 30 seconds, 15 minutes, 8 hours, etc. So our user will have a time frame of 1 hour. And then there's also the type of change that you want to observe, i.e. is this min, the smallest value it's been in this time frame, max, the biggest value, or none? Have there been no changes in this time frame? Again, that's what our users ask for. That's what we will build in a minute. Or count, have there been a particular number of changes? And as you can see, essentially each observable expression is just a string. So this is a row change where we say, tell me if there's been 3 item counts in 5 minutes. Or here's a grid change, tell me if price hasn't changed in the last 30 seconds, similar to what our user asked for. And more importantly, you can add where clauses, so you can make the alert as fine-grained as you want. So it's not only tell me if this has changed 3 times in 5 minutes, but only for those rows where status is active. And this is saying, tell me if price hasn't changed, but I'm only interested in currency. If it's changed elsewhere, that doesn't bother me, but I need to know if the rows where the currency is dollar haven't changed. So that's what they look like. Let's kind of take a look at a real life example. And in this demo here, we've created 3 observable alerts, one on the GitHub stars column, and that says, tell me if it changes 3 times in 2 minutes. Then the one on the open issues count column, and that one says, tell me if this is the highest value it's been in the last hour. And then the third looks at the whole grid and says, have we had 3 changes to the language column in any 5-minute period? So let's try and trigger all of those, and then we will build the alert which our user asked for. So let's go full screen and let's show the code so you can see the alerts here. And the first is this GitHub stars, which is 3 times. So if I change this here 3 times through this button, that's 1, that's 2. As soon as I change this third time in this row, bomp, I get my alert. And in this example here, you can see that we changed the text. We provided custom text, which obviously you're able to do in the alert, and we made it of type info. The second one is a success alert, and that says, tell me if the open issues count is the highest it's been in the last hour for a row where the language is JavaScript. So let's take this third one here where the language is JavaScript. So if I close an issue, that's fine, it's gone down, so it won't change. But now, if I go up once, that's okay because we went down twice. A second time is fine, but now, the third time I've gone up, 547 is the highest value that row has had in the last hour, which is why we got the alert. And again, because we've got the where clause, this TypeScript won't change because the language is in JavaScript, but this one will, and there's our alert, because the language was JavaScript. And the third type of alert we built was an error, and we've said here, I want to know if anywhere in the grid the language has changed 3 times within any 5-minute period. And again, we can see that. So if we change this one, that's 1 change, and then we change that row, that's 2 changes. As soon as I make my third change, bomp, I get my alert, and it tells me what's happened, and obviously I can see all my alerts I can clear them. In fact, you can suspend alerts. Now, as we recall, the user, potential user of Adaptable, wanted to create an alert to say, I want to know if the week issue change has not changed at all in a day or an hour, whatever it was. We will build that now. So let's create a new alert. Let's hide the code so we've got a bit more space. Let's go new. And then you can see that there's different types of alerts that Adaptable offers: data change, row change, new rows, aggregation to do limits analysis. And this is an observable alert. And let's build the rule. So she wanted to know in the entire grid if there were no changes in the, in her case, it was a price column. We will make it say, actually, we won't do that column. Let's do a string column. I'm in a number column, so let's say issue change. And now you need to add a time frame, and we will make a time frame of say 10 seconds. So there we are. We've said, tell me if the week issue change column doesn't change at all in 10 seconds. You can change the message. You can make it any different type. Let's make it a warning. We can show a notification, and then you can do other things as well when it happens. There's other behaviors. We don't need any of those. Let's close that. Let's close that. And now, if you wait 10 seconds and don't change that column, then that alert should hopefully fire any second. Now, there we are. That's our 10 seconds. And there's the alert to say that we didn't have any changes. So there we are. These are observable alerts. In this example, we've created 4. We've created one on 2 row change alerts and 2 grid change alerts. So Adaptable can be configured to look out for any type of change you want or lack of changes in a particular time frame. And as I say, you can also add where clauses, so you can really kind of drill down on exactly what you want Adaptable to look out for changes in. As always, if you'd like to know more, please either go to our documentation site where we explain everything and we provide lots of demos, or get in touch with us and we can provide you with a free personal trial license, no obligation, so you can try out Adaptable yourself with your own data, your own use cases, or indeed if you just like a one-to-one demo to learn more about Adaptable, we'll be happy to do that. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you.